The approach to the determination of occupational noise exposure from noise level measurements is provided by the international standard ISO 9612. 2009 Acoustics, Determination of Occupational Noise Exposure, Engineering Method. A measurement strategy is selected on the basis of the work analysis. In practice, the most commonly used measurement strategy is task-based measurement, which is presented in this video. The work performed during the day is analyzed and split up into a number of representative tasks, and for each task separate measurements of sound pressure level are taken. The noise measurements are carried out at the laboratory operations technician, and tasks are performed in the areas designated as rooms LF103 and LF104. The worker manipulates the wood and prepares it for machine processing with a planer and saw. A work shift is for 8 hours duration, including 30 minutes lunch break. The workplace includes storage areas and storage devices for semi-finished products, tools, and possibly other necessary materials and equipment. The field calibration of the instruments, i.e., the calibration of the entire measuring system including the microphone, is carried out using an acoustic calibrator before and after each measurement. The difference in the measured sound pressure level is checked to be not more than 0.5 dB from the 94 dB value given by the calibrator. Noise measurements are made using the sound analyzer NOR140, which is held in the hand, and the microphone is placed at a distance of between 0.1 and 0.4 meter from the entrance of the external ear canal on the side of the ear most exposed. The measurement quantity is again the equivalent continuous sound pressure level, LP, A, East T, and the peak sound pressure level, LP, C peak. When using a personal dosimeter, the microphone must be attached to the top of the shoulder at a distance of at least 0.1 meter from the entrance of the external ear canal on the side of the ear most exposed. The measurement quantity is again the equivalent continuous sound pressure level, LP, A, East T, and the peak sound pressure level, LP, C peak. In this room, the worker handles handheld power tools and performs preparatory work such as changing a metal cutting wheel using an angle grinder. The work area includes storage areas and storage facilities for semi-finished products, tools, and possibly other necessary materials and equipment, as well as a workbench for carrying out the necessary administration. The microphone is again placed at a distance between 0.1 and 0.4 meter from the entrance of the external ear canal on the side of the ear most exposed. Field calibration shall also be performed after the measurement. A noise exposure measurement report or protocol is prepared from the measurements made. Finally, the measured quantities are processed according to the time snapshot of the working day, the noise exposure level calculated for an 8-hour working day, and the expanded measurement uncertainty are determined, as well as the peak sound pressure level. These values are compared with the exposure limit values. As stated in the European Directive No. 2003/10/EC, the employer shall assess and, if necessary, measure the levels of noise to which workers are exposed. Under no circumstances shall the exposure of the worker exceed the exposure limit values. The directive sets exposure limit values and exposure action values in respect to the daily and weekly noise exposure level as well as peak sound pressure. Measuring noise levels and workers' noise exposures is the most important part of workplace noise control programs. This information helps determine appropriate noise control measures that need to be put in place.